Hello everyone, this is Paul. Welcome back to my channel, The Cavalier. And today is G2E, a day or Friday, however you want to call it. So why I wanted to talk about something from entertainment perspective, right? There was a uprising or backlash with the community when the Mass Effect creators said there's not going to be any single player DLC. Well, that was sad because everyone was expecting a game, but it didn't come out, so everyone is pissed off. And I want to talk about that. DLCs are pretty much important for any game in terms of developing the story arc. Pretty much anything that you want to do in the future, you need the DLC, strong basis that you cared about the game, not just multiplayer, single player. The game is predominantly single player, so you cared about the single player campaign, giving it DLCs. Updates or not important, updates are not big. You just can't say, oh, I patched the game. That's your that you should have done before releasing the game. So it doesn't work that way. So DLCs are the where the real spicy stuff lies in, and you kind of didn't give us that. So now what I want to talk about entertainment wise. Now I wanted to take an example from Mass Effect in turning them how they made a franchise in the entertainment industry as well. Now I'm not talking about movies, I'm not talking about TV shows, but they do have a dedicated anime line, comic books, so that kind of explains the intervals between games. It explores, it owns some of the lore of Mass Effect that is rich. Actually, everyone loves games with lores, and Mass Effect is one of them. You can learn about Krogans, you can learn about Turians, the Great First War, the First Contact War. It's like the Council, and you can learn about a lot of these people apart from playing the game. So if you're not a fan of Mass Effect games, which I don't think you will be, because if you are, then you will be the first guy I met. Now, so if you are that kind of a person, then you can enjoy anime if you like to watch that. There's like the best example that I can give you is Mass Effect 3. Before, I think it came around, or after Mass Effect 3 came, there was a new character in the game who pretty much everyone disliked because they didn't know more about him. He was just like shove it in your face in the game. But if you have a fan of the entire franchise, you could have seen him in the anime that he would explain a mission where he would screw up, or he couldn't save everyone in the game. That would be shown in that kind of a anime. They will showcase all the powers, all the humans fighting for things, and they are losing to the um, they are losing. So it's like the collectors. Yeah, that's what I was going for. They lose to the collectors, and everyone will be pretty pissed, and James Vega would be a different kind of a man after that mission. So the directors will explain that all in that kind of a story. And they said, why again I'm talking about Mass Effect and Andromeda is, they said it's hard for them to release a DLC for a game that has been so overwhelmingly getting bad reviews from everyone. So what they said is, I'm not defending their game. It surely needs to get that kind of a bad review to make EA wake up and force EA to not kill a franchise yet again, which all they did for several other games. So that's something. But they said it's like the comic books that are coming out. They released Mass Effect Andromeda with an intention of releasing a game, releasing different books for you to explain about the things that happened. For example, if you've seen my Mass Effect playlist, Mass Effect playthrough of the game, you would have seen there's an uprising in the Nexus and everyone is pretty pissed. You don't know what happened. You just know that there was an uprising and everyone is pissed off, and you just walked in there. But if you have read the book, you will understand what happened, who was the characters that were there, what exactly pinpointed started it, so stuff like that. And they said Quarian Arc, which was supposed to be a DLC, was not given to us, but they said in the future, either maybe like comic books or anime, they will explain the contents of what the arc produces or what the arc came from and what happened to the arc, or they will release it in the next game. I don't know, whatever it is. You have to follow the comic books and anime for a full-fledged knowledge of the Mass Effect universe. Obviously, it's not anything that is game-changing of some sort, but the lore is rich. You're already a fan of Mass Effect just because of that lore, and if you want an even more enriched lore, you're gonna see you have to see the anime, the comic books, for a better understanding of the characters even. So everyone disliked James Vega. As I said, I also disliked him. I didn't like him in Mass Effect 3. He was like shoved in our faces. Here you go, it's a character you should love. Man, come on. I have several other characters that I gladly take on. Even Javik, that came on Mass Effect 3, as a DLC even, he was shoved into our faces as well. But he was so well written from the first moment that you know about Javik, in his 50,000 years ahead view, or 50,000 years when they fought Reapers kind of view, and you wake him up from that point onwards towards the end, where you give your big speech to every one of your comrades. That till that, he was interesting. But James Vega just kind of didn't feel to me that much. But after I saw the anime, how I saw that mission, how we felt, how we took on that mission, I just have a special respect from James Vega when I replay the game. So that's what I'm saying. You may hate some characters in the game, but if you go through the comic books, animes, then you will have a better understanding of the universe. That's all I'm saying. But if not, then it's no worries. I'll maybe talk about them in a separate video next week. Each individual character that you might have overlooked in the games, but they are pretty much important in comic books or anime. How that sound? Alright? So stick around in my channel, hit that like button if you like this video, share the video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel for everything that is gaming, and I'll see you guys next week on G2E or something else on Friday, whatever that suits, fine. Alright, bye.
Let it go.